All right, so Johnny did it. I have to say that it was a really heartwarming thing, if I can use that sort of overworn term, to see him stand up at the end of his testimony, to stand up from that witness stand, walk over to his table, sit down, see the looks, the warm, smiling looks and grins that he got from his lawyers at the table that reached over and patted him, and he was smiling, and you could tell that everybody really understood that he did a great job. As was to be expected today, there were a few points in the cross examination when some unflattering things were presented, but I thought that Johnny Depp's team did a really great job in redirect of bringing things back around. And really, by the end of Depp's testimony, by the end of that redirect, I felt like it was just a really, really solid case that they had presented. And of course, they used those audio tapes, those audio recordings. They used them to great effect. What's interesting to me is that so many of Amber's audio recordings, or the ones that her side used, that her lawyer brought into the cross-examination, were like obviously like very tiny clipped, truncated just bits that really seemed very misleading to me. Whereas I felt like most of Johnny Depp's audio is more longer, more extensive conversations and interactions, and what you get from that is, again, a very clear reinforced sense that Amber Heard was the abusive one in this relationship, and that Johnny Depp was constantly trying to get away from her in fights, not engage in them. Amber's team introduced, her lawyer introduced in cross-examination of Johnny Depp a short clip in which Amber says to Depp, I'm sick of getting beat up on, yeah, something like that. Sick of getting beat up on. And Johnny Depp doesn't, in this clip, Johnny Depp doesn't rebut what she's saying. He doesn't say, I'm not beating you or whatever, right? It's just quiet. And what we're meant to get from that, obviously, in Amber's team presenting that, is the idea that Johnny Depp was hitting her at times, was beating her. And so when she says that on the recording, I'm sick of getting beat up, or I'm always getting beat up, then that's meant to tell us, oh, Johnny Depp was hitting her. He was physically abusing her. Problem is that for Amber, problem is that Johnny Depp's team in the redirect made it very clear in one particular piece of audio that they played that Amber Heard equates, or in their relationship, equated running away from a fight to physical violence. Let me say that again, all right? Because I know the kind of like mindfuck involved in that. They don't call it gaslighting or mindfuck for a reason, for no reason, right? It is a serious case of very, very flawed, inverted reasoning here, and projection. And this is not uncommon for people with personality disorders. And by the way, one of the things that came up in this audio, Johnny Depp very clearly and emphatically says to Amber Heard, you have borderline personality disorder. And Amber Heard, if you read about extreme borderline personality disorder, she ticks all the boxes. I know that there's been debate online as to whether it's wrong or that there's something damaging or problematic about focusing on the borderline personality disorder, because that might overgeneralize, and there are people out there who have borderline personality disorder and are not like Amber Heard. Yeah, I understand that argument, but generally speaking, it does seem that borderline personality disorders are tend to be very destructive to people who have them, very destructive to their relationships and to those around them. And I think that, look, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a psychologist, but I've had firsthand experience, and I've also read a bit about it. And it's, yes, of course there are people with BPD, just like people with narcissism. There's a small subset who realize that the problem is them, and they're able to acknowledge that and get treatment for it and curtail their behavior. Although whether it's really treatable it's very, very dubious, or whether it's solvable is very dubious. It's kind of a chronic thing, I guess. But it's clear that Amber Heard has a personality disorder, and we've in BPD, probably with narcissism and all kinds of other toxic proclivities overlaid on that. So I'm not trying to say that she's representative of everyone with BPD. She is, I will concede, she is on a spectrum. If there's a spectrum of behaviors, I guarantee you she's the worst. She's crazy. She is diabolical. She is like the villain in Gone Girl or one of these movies. She's like Sharon Stone come to life, except she doesn't have the eyes picked. She's shitting in your bed. So, I get it. I get it that people who struggle with personality disorders and are trying to face their problems don't want to be lumped in with her. But also there needs to be a sense of realism about this. Most people with these cluster B personality disorders don't realize they have a problem, don't correct it, and they bring lots of misery to those in their lives. And I'm not going to shy away from speaking that truth, even though it's very unfortunate. And I don't blame people who have personality disorders. Even Amber Heard, I'm going to get some shit for this, but she didn't create herself. She didn't create her brain. She didn't create the family environment she grew up in. No one would choose to be crazy like that, right? And so ultimately, in terms of culpability, I'm probably more on the determinist side in thinking that we have much less actual moral culpability ultimately over our behavior than we think we do. But that's for another philosophical discussion. Today, I just really want to be happy about what has happened in this trial, in this testimony with Johnny Depp. Because like I said, one of the things that they were able to establish in this redirect of him is that Amber Heard equated Johnny Depp leaving, Johnny Depp wanting to get away with physical violence. And so there's that point in that recording when she starts screaming, don't, stop. Oh, you're pushing me. Stop pushing me. And you push me and you prod me and you throw me against the wall. But it becomes very clear that what she's saying, she's being metaphorical. She is saying that she considers Johnny Depp trying to run away, Johnny Depp trying to escape the conversation for 2 hours. He says, I just want to go for 2 hours. And that sends her into such a frenzy that she starts accusing him of attacking her. So the point is that Johnny Depp's team in Redirect, they were able to, I think, very clearly establish that when Amber Heard on these audios says, you hit me, or I'm sick of getting beat up, or whatever, she's always speaking in a kind of a grotesque and heavily overdetermined metaphorical language, really. And so we shouldn't take that seriously. And what does come through on these audios over and over again is Amber Heard admitting that she hit Johnny Depp. Yeah, I hit you, but I wasn't punching you. I was just hitting you. Or, yeah, I hit you, but you shouldn't run away. Or, yeah, I hit you, but I'm not talking about that right now. I'm talking about something else. And we also have her on audio repeatedly berating Johnny Depp for always running away. How can Johnny Depp be an abusive monster if he's always running away? This is really a kind of a revolutionary new abuse that I've never heard of before. Let's call it absconsion abuse. I like that. He abused me by absconding. I like it. Let's call up Evan Rachel Wood at the Phoenix Act. Oh wait, is that whole thing defunct now? But anyway, so yeah, I think that this was great. And I think Johnny Depp, you should feel, I wrote it on Twitter today. I said, Johnny Depp did the thing. He did the hard thing, and now it's over, and now he never has to do it again. And that's really true. This was a courageous thing, because look, it's like in the Crucible. If any of you have read the Crucible, studied it in school, or seen the awesome movie with Daniel Day-Lewis, at one point when he's trying to when John Proctor, the main character, is trying to defend himself against these ridiculous charges of witchcraft brought about by a bunch of crazy girls, he says he admits to having an affair. He admits that he cheated on his wife, which in Puritan culture, if you know, that was terrible, right? So he admits that he cheated on his wife in order to try to explain what's going on with these crazy girls who are coming after him, right? Because one of the girls had an affair with him, and now she's trying to get back at him. A woman scorned. Is any of this ringing a bell? And so in the Crucible, finally, John Proctor, he's put on the spot. He's brought before the court, and the court asks him, why is this girl after you? Why does this girl hate you so much? Why is she trying to bring you and your wife down? And he says, it's because I had an affair with her. And he says, now I have told you this. What man will throw away his good name? In other words, to say, look, I have now taken my name and I have dragged it through the mud in admitting to this affair. Surely I'm telling you the truth. Why would I want to sully my name? And I think that is doubly true for Johnny Depp. He has been through the ringer. This has been going on for years. This has been going on since 2016. His lawsuit against the Washington Post, it was filed in 2019, early 2019. So this has been going on years. And this man has been sullied and defamed and castigated in all forms of media, mainstream media, non-mainstream. He's had this woman and her friends, Amber and her co-conspirators, who've been defaming him in various ways, various outlets. And it's not just Amber. It is Io, and it is some of the others that have come out and made public statements at times. And so, I just think that this man has been through so much, and to see that he is willing to put his dirty laundry out there. It's like John Proctor says in the Crucible, what man will throw away his good name, for nothing? Basically, Johnny Depp, I'm not saying he's thrown away his good name. I think he's getting it back, but he has put a lot of dirty laundry out there. And look, I've talked on this channel about how it has seemed difficult for him to discuss the addiction stuff. And look, I'm just going to say, in great sympathy to him, there are so many open wounds from the addiction, the alcoholism thing, to his mother, to his relationship with his mother, to his relationship with his children. I really hated how the cross-examination brought the kids into it. I know strategically why they had to, but that was really annoying. But he's had to see all of this stuff that's related to his children, his ex-wife, things he's called his ex, Vanessa Paradis, difficult disclaimers about his relationship to alcohol and his kids and things like and these audios, they're hard to listen to. I know it's hard for him to sit there and listen when Amber's side plays tiny little snippets that make it sound like he's freaking out or that he's got a temper problem, even though when you listen to the longer clips, it becomes very apparent what the situation is, as I've said. And so for him to sit there, and not only to sit there and go through this and go through the several days now of excruciating questioning and cross-examining and having everything laid bare, that he chose to do this. He chose to do this because he so wanted a chance to tell the truth, and because the mainstream media have not given him that chance. And there's still so many people that just want to say, oh well, they were both toxic, and make it this equivocal thing. It's not equivocal in this case. Sometimes in life, rarely, but sometimes in life, there are actually bad guys and good guys. And I'm not saying bad guys like I said earlier, in the sense of ultimate moral culpability. I don't know what God is going to say to Amber Heard when she dies, right? Maybe God totally understands why Amber Heard is the way she is and will have great pity and sympathy for her. I don't know. I don't know how all that stuff shakes out. It's beyond me. But in terms of her conduct, Amber Heard has clearly aligned herself on the side of wrong. And I am really glad that Johnny Depp had the balls and the guts and the patience, because I know it has taken a great deal of patience for him to bite his tongue the last couple of days. But the balls and the fortitude and the patience and the obsession with the truth that he says he has, I'm glad that he has had these things, so that he has done what he's done. And so we had the experience publicly, everyone, right? Of hearing this audio, of hearing what really happened, and of finally knowing the truth. And no matter what outcome comes of this trial, and I'm hoping for a good one, but no matter what outcome comes from this trial, I feel that Johnny Depp has achieved his purpose in this, and I think it's been worth it. And it's just, it's really great to see someone stick the landing. That's what I keep saying. He had, Johnny Depp, like all witnesses on the stand, he had some moments of times that were not as good as others. But overall, it was a very, very solid performance. He didn't have any meltdowns. He didn't have any Jack Nicholson, you can't handle the truth moments. He came across very dignified. He came across very sad. He came across very gentle, and very truthful. And these are the things that he needs to do. So congratulations, Johnny Depp. You did the hard thing. You've been doing the hard thing for several years now, and it's a good thing. And I hope you feel good about it. And I hope that you will. I don't want to say celebrate because I know it's probably not the mood you're in, but I hope that you'll do something. You'll do something nice tonight. Hang out with some nice people. I don't know. Treat yourself to a spa massage or something. Whatever you wealthy people do. Okay. All right, everybody. As always, check out my videos. I've got so many videos on this topic and more that are going to be coming out. I'm trying to put out a new video every day, sometimes 2 a day, which is why I look tired sometimes. My last video, I put on all this makeup and I had my droopy eyelids, and everybody said it's not 420 yet or whatever. So I don't know, but so I lightened up on the makeup today to try to seem a little more alert for all of you. Anyways, I make 1 to 2 videos a day, so you guys can't be choosy, right? When I started making these videos, I was like, I'm not gonna let the perfect be the enemy of the good. So, you know, maybe one day I'll have my professional setup and I'll have my personal assistants and whatever. But in the meantime, it's kind of a fly-by-night operation. So we do what we can. On that note, if you'd like to contribute, hit me up on PayPal, Patreon. You can tip me. The links are below. Every little bit counts. And you don't need a PayPal membership to contribute. All right, everybody, I'm going to have more videos for you. Go Johnny Depp. Bye-bye.